Mm. Yo, log in with me.
Unsatisfied with literally everything she does. The WNBA has never been profitable, which means that the company spends more money than they earn. For many
Damn.
years, there's been heated discussions as to why.
The pay gap is astronomical. No WNBA player should have to play off-season ball just to make ends meet. Damn, is that true? This is like black people Twitter 2 years ago though. So wait, the pay gap is astronomical. No WNBA player should have to play off-season ball just to make it. So like, was this true? Did they have to like play off-season just to like make ends meet as a damn? If this is true, not if it's true. Yes, it's true. Obviously, if they're black people Twitter. I don't know. It's just I don't believe a lot of things on Twitter. Nah, I'm fucking with you. But if this is like really crazy, like you know how crazy this shit is. You as a NBA player, you literally are making ends meets by playing off season, like out of the original sport you're playing. My
Women's
bad. That was
basketball
a yap
players
session.
make so much less than their male
This is gonna be a long
counterparts,
ass
pointing
video,
out things
boys.
like
I
the
promise
highest
not to
paid
pause
female
as much.
basketball player earns a $250,000 salary, and the highest paid male basketball player gets a $50 million salary. The fundamental business model of any school
Nigga.
basketball
Highest rob in NBA history, bro. The man himself. Mr. fucking Bradley Beal, bro. The man himself, my nigga. 46 mil from the Phoenix fucking Suns.
player gets a $50 million salary. The fundamental business model of any sports organization is actually quite simple. The more people that watch, the more money they make. In 2019, the WNBA generated $60 million.
Cool.
The NBA that same year generated $7
Damn.
billion. But there is a different way to analyze the discrepancy.
We are not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared. Like, I don't think I should get paid the same as LeBron.
Yet, even this more logical approach to addressing the pay gap still unfortunately doesn't hold up. The WNBA was losing so much money that the NBA started subsidizing the league by giving them $15 million per year to stay afloat, because the NBA recognized that there needed to be a female league. The lack of interest in the WNBA has been infamously joked about over the years, most notably by comedy legend.
Oh, fucking course.
Playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male subsidized league. We gave you a league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? None of you went to the games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on.
That's so fucked up. Alright, no, like not dead ass, not joking. Alright, give me Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Sue Bird, Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum.
Listen, name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your city.
Name 5 WNBA teams. Why do I keep looking over here? My camera's right here. 5 WNBA teams.
You can't do it.
Even though Bill was just joking here,
The
there is some truth to his punchline.
The Chicago Skies. Chicago Skies. Los Angeles Sparks. Hold on now, I'm cooking. Indiana Fever. Cooking.
It is a business owner's responsibility to do something to grow
Las
their
Vegas
brand
Aces. Cooking.
and in business, whether that be marketing, advertising, or simply making the product better to draw more interest from customers. People forget that these massive global sports brands like the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL all started just like any other small businesses. They are selling something, which in this case starts at trying to get people to watch others play organized sports. And we can all agree that the people who play the sport are just as important, if not more important, than the game itself. However, you can't just force people to be interested in a player. I mean, you could try to come up with interesting storylines. Maybe a good underdog story, someone who was destined to fail but overcame it. Maybe somebody who had a tragic loss in their family or survived some sort of rare condition. Or what about a good controversy? Who doesn't love two players that absolutely hate each other facing off?
Man, ain't
Storylines,
that the fucking truth?
personality, attitude, looks,
Hey,
background are all things that can definitely help draw interest to an athlete. But more often than not, a player's rise to superstardom is rooted in their ability to play the game exceptionally well, and Caitlin Clark was nothing short of a basketball prodigy. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy.
Bro, it turned on my fucking volume. W-ad.
On years of basketball development through All Iowa Attack, an AAU basketball program in Ames, Iowa. She received her first letter of interest from Missouri State before 7th grade. Entering her sophomore year, she ranked second in the state in scoring. One game, she scored 60 points in a 90-78 win against...
Say swear to God. Nigga, there's footage of Caitlin Clark scoring 60 points in a game? Oh my God. Bro, I fucking can't spell her name or something.
Welcome back. By now, if you're paying attention to girls' high school basketball in Iowa, you know the name Caitlin Clark. Dowling Catholic star guard, the nation's #4 prospect in the 2020 class, and played for Team USA under-17 team last summer. That Caitlin Clark. Well, last night she went off on the road in Mason City, putting up 60 points in the Maroons' win. That's second best all-time in the state of Iowa for the 5-on-5 girls basketball era. The Dowling record. To do so, she hit 13 threes. That is a new state record. Only missed
Nigga, she had 13 threes. She was out here busting these bitches' ass.
17 that she tried, and she went 18 of 28 from the floor.
My bad, women, girls.
Performance also gives her the Dowling Catholic girls basketball career points record, and she's only a junior. Simply put, her 60-point outing is unreal. She knows it, and so does her coach.
I never really looked up there and realized how many I've had, but I don't know. It must have just kept building up and stuff. I mean, I never would have imagined I was.
Nigga, and she wearing Klay Thompson's number.
I know. Unbelievable for me. Never would have imagined I would score 60 points, so I know. It's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, you gonna have to see me, Caitlin. No, I don't care. If you score 'em, like, bro, if I had a daughter in the stand and I was a father in the stands and I see my daughter get and like, bro,
I know. It's kind of unbelievable.
you gonna have to see me. I don't care. You seeing me. Boy, fuck that. Nigga, she just made a whole smothered, like, this. You can't even hit this shit in 2K.
I never would have imagined I would score 60 points, so I know. It's kind of unbelievable for me, but it's a pretty cool thing to do. It was one of the...
Oh, bruh. Man, shout out Caitlin Clark.
be unsatisfied. High school, Caitlin had undergone years of basketball development through All Iowa Attack and AA Missouri State before 7th grade. Entering her sophomore year, she ranked second in the state in scoring. One game, she scored 60 points in a 90-78 win against Mason City High School. In her junior year, she set the state single-game record with 13 three-pointers. For the season, Clark averaged 32.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2.3 steals per
God damn.
game, helping Dowling finish with a 17-8 record.
And then, bro, isn't she, like, she's averaging, like, what, how many turnovers on the WNBA right now? I remember she had, no, like, this is not to hate, throw shade, but she averaged, like, them assists, she can, like, 3.6. Obviously, nigga, she's young. This shit has elevated her game tremendously, but, bro, she put up, like, what, 10 turnovers her first game? That just sounds like some hate shit. My bad. Focus on the video, y'all. That was amazing
helping
shit.
Dowling finish with a 17-8 record. Clark would be named the Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year and repeated as an all-state first-team selection by the IPSWA. Every single one of Caitlin's averages increased during her senior year, and she led the state in scoring for the second year in a row. By the time she graduated from high school, ESPN ranked Caitlin as the 4th best player in her class and a 5-star prospect. Caitlin announced her intention to play basketball for the University of Iowa. When she entered her freshman season as Iowa's starting point guard, she stood at 6 foot and was a prolific scorer, capable of putting up points from all areas of the court. Caitlin has a deep shooting range that allows her to hit three-pointers from well beyond the arc. Her scoring versatility makes her a constant threat to opposing defenses.
She busting
Outside
these
of
bitches'
scoring,
ass.
She is also an excellent playmaker. Her court vision and passing skills are exceptional, often reading defenses effectively and finding open players with precision. Caitlin's ball handling allows her to navigate through defenses with ease. She can drive to the basket effectively and will break down defenders.
I ain't gonna lie,
without
bro.
breaking
Angel Reese
sweat.
and
While
Caitlin
Caitlin's
Clark had me
defense
watching
leaves much to
WNBA
be
games like a
desired, she
motherfucker,
has
bro.
a confident demeanor on the court and plays with a high level of intensity and
Damn.
competitiveness. Or in other words,
But listen, bro. We ain't gonna act like Angel Reese didn't bust that ass. But listen. Bro, both these women, this is a terrible pause, my bad, Patrick. But both these women, bro, like, all these women are doing, bro, it's really crazy to see, because, like, a lot of these women would give you niggas a bucket on some serious shit. As much as, like, I'm, like, y'all just want to be funny, a lot of those women on the court, they will give y'all a bucket.
Is with swag. Throughout her college career, she was seemingly breaking records every other game and put up stat lines that hadn't been accomplished by any player in the history of NCAA D1 basketball.
God damn.
And while many college basketball fans knew about Caitlin's dominance, many people's first introduction to Caitlin Clark, as well as potentially women's basketball as a whole, was during her highly publicized controversy during the 2023 March Madness tournament. In the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament, Caitlin recorded her best playoff performance to date with 41 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds.
She put up a
97-83
triple.
win over Louisville. She became the first player in both men's or women's tournament history to record a 30 or...
I didn't know she did it. I didn't know it was no men or woman. Okay, woman, but I never knew she did it, like, it was no man or woman that ever did it. That is some insane shit. You literally, okay, you gotta give her props. You really do, because that's some insane shit, bro.
Triple-double. While her performance made history books, Clark's behavior throughout the game is what made national news. Clips of her trash-talking went viral on social media, like when she was interpreted as saying, "You're down 15 points. Shut up," to her opponent. Then, after knocking down her 6th three-pointer, she looked at that same opponent, waved her hand in front of her face, mimicking wrestler John Cena's signature "You can't see me" taunt. After the game, Cena publicly acknowledged Clark's use of his signature taunt. Even if they could see you, they couldn't guard you. Congrats on the historic performance, Caitlin Clark. However, not everyone was as supportive of Clark's behavior. Great shooter, but attitude. Female LeBron. She needs to learn some humility and...
What the fuck does LeBron have? What? I swear, niggas will just love to throw Bron's dick in their mouth whenever they want to, bro. Great shooter, but shitty attitude. Female LeBron. What the fuck does LeBron have to do with this?
Sportsmanship, and that's putting it nicely. Sadly, that seems to be the norm these days. Still lots of good kids in the game, but showboating and taunting is more evident with each season. However, fans let her run her mouth because they felt she was destined to lose her next game. While Iowa was entering their first Final Four...
Boy, nigga. Even though South Carolina lost, but nigga, when this happened, this matchup changed the course of history.
Since 1993, their opponent was the defending champions South Carolina, who were on a 42-game win streak. Yet Clark recorded another historic performance with 41 points, 8 assists,
busted their ass.
and 6 rebounds. Iowa won 77-73 in an upset against the Gamecocks. Caitlin Clark just advanced the Iowa Hawkeyes to the Women's Basketball Championship for the first time in program history. However, the outrage that would erupt after the game would change women's basketball forever. It was a hard-fought battle, but LSU was simply the better team. With multiple players scoring 20 points or more,
Man, they had Ice Spice out here popping ass, bro. Bro.
30 points with 8 three-pointers, but Iowa still lost 102 to 85.
Nigga.
However, the controversial actions of Caitlin Clark's biggest enemy, Angel Reese,
this was the craziest shit to me because niggas were so mad because they were like, bro, Angel Reese does it, nigga. She got trashed for it. It was trashy, all this other bullshit, bro. Caitlin Clark, and the thing is, they don't see them as athletes. They're gonna talk shit. It happens, bro. But it was so crazy. Caitlyn does it. Motherfuckers just be like, all right, it's cool. Angel does it. Niggas be like, well, that's trashy. Some niggas will be on Caitlyn's ass about it being trashy, but y'all niggas need to realize they're athletes at the end of the day. They both are gonna talk shit, regardless of. They're both just gonna do it. Everyone like. If you've ever played a sport in your life, you realize you're gonna do it.
Near the end of the game, Angel followed.
Well, she was talking shit. Hey, they won the game too, so fuck.
The same "you can't see me" taunt that Caitlyn hit just a few days earlier. Reese then pointed at her ring finger since LSU was about to secure the championship ring.
Shit,
the
put
clip
it on.
of Reese taunting Clark went mega viral. Sports and political commentator Keith Olbermann referred to Reese.
Like, nigga, that's crazy.
Idiot in a tweet. Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy called Angel Reese a
classless piece of shit.
Nigga responded, "So is your mother." Many people continue to dogpile on Angel Reese and send her unnecessary hate, whereas others pointed out that there was no outrage when Caitlin Clark.
Nigga. And this shit is crazy. Because, like, when this shit was happening, bro, this was literally all the norm, too. This was the fucking norm, my nigga. Like, bro. Like, the unprofessional, the ghetto, the carry, the fake champion. Bro. But, you got Caitlyn. And this isn't hate towards either one of them, bro. They are both really good fucking athletes. They will give a lot of niggas a lot of buckets. And you know what's so crazy, bro? The niggas that are hating are the same motherfuckers sitting on their couch eating Fritos, watching the game and shit. So, yeah.
Did the exact same thing just a few days before. Angel responded to the criticism during the post-game interview.
All year, I was critiqued about who I was. Nobody... the narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in.
Talk your shit.
I'm too hood, I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this is for the girls that look like me, that's gonna speak up on what they believe in.
Talk your shit.
It's unapologetically you. And
Talk your shit.
This is for this is bigger than me tonight.
Angel and her supporters online felt that she was only receiving negative criticism because she was black. And if you read some of the hateful things being sent her way, it's hard to see it as anything other than rape.
You know what's kind of crazy, bro? It be niggas like this that be like, that just got nothing to do with life. It's like, bro, why? What's up, bro? Like, why you got so much? It's like niggas that just be on the internet, like, thinking they doing shit on I don't know. As I'm recording the fucking reaction video. But, I don't know.
Racism.
But, like...
For real sports fans knew that whether it was Caitlyn or Angel trash talking and taunting, it was good for entertainment. This is all normal and just a part of the game. Even Caitlyn did not think that Angel deserved backlash. She should never be criticized for what she did. I'm just one that competes, and she competed. I'm a big fan of hers. But the drama was not done yet. In American sports, it's tradition to visit the White House after winning a championship. However, First Lady Jill Biden expressed her desire for Clark and Iowa to also visit the White House.
I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do, so... You know, we'll have LSU come, but you know what? I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they play.
Yeah, see, and I feel like that makes no sense, because that's low-key doing too much, because, nigga, Iowa lost, and you're inviting a team that lost versus the team that actually won, so it makes zero sense.
So, right. So winners and losers, that's sports sportsmanship.
This prompted outrage online as sports fans questioned why the losing team was trying to get the same honor as the winning.
That's like let me think. Miami beating the Spurs. That's like Miami beating the Spurs, and then they go to the White House. And then next thing you know, Miami gets there, and then all of a sudden they see the Spurs pull up. Like, nigga, didn't we beat them? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are you inviting the losing team? I understand this shit. It's like she's trying to be like, oh, it's sportsmanship, bro. They lost. It's like you gotta invite the winning team. You can't invite the losing team because you're bro. I'm just not getting into it.
Angel Reese once again was offended.
If we were to lose, we would not be getting invited to the White House. And I remember she made a comment about both teams should be invited because it was sportsmanship. And I'm like, are you saying that because of what I did and what, like, that stuff like that, it bothers me because you are a woman at the end of the day and you're supposed to be standing behind us.
And she ain't lying, bro. Imagine if LSU lost with that invited.
Like, we'll go to the Obamas. We'll see Michelle. We'll see Barack.
Many of Angel's supporters believe that if LSU was the team that actually lost, then there was no way that they would also get invited to the White House. After the backlash, Jill Biden's press secretary clarified that only LSU would be invited, and Reese ultimately accepted the invite with her team later that week. It's easy for me to understate how many people were tuned in to this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese beef. Louisiana versus Iowa marked the most watched NCAA women's
when I mean to tell you, they had me logged in like it was no fucking other. That shit is so crazy. They had me logged into this shit. Nigga, they had 9.9 million viewers. You know how crazy that shit is, bro? Most viewed NCAA Division I women's college basketball game. That is the craziest shit ever. And I'm talking ever.
Basketball championship game in history at 9.9 million viewers. I've never watched women's ball before, but this was an entertaining tournament. Ultimately, the drama seemed to benefit the sport as a whole, and it definitely benefited Caitlin Clark's bank account. In 2021, the NCAA announced that college athletes would finally be able to make money off their name, image, and likeness, whereas before it was illegal. Clark received endorsement deals from Hy-Vee, a supermarket chain that has more than 200 locations across the Midwest and the South. Under the Hy-Vee brand, Clark has appeared in...
I'm gonna be 1,000%, bro. As fucked up as it sounds, if you are not like NIL like everywhere basically as an athlete, you ain't much far you getting with your career. Man, nah, fuck with y'all.
Seasonal magazine and several regional ads.
Because I'm just, bro, like, nigga, because you gonna see a lot of athletes just on NILs or they're just the top athletes, and then it's like, damn, we know they go into the league because, you know, they fucking everywhere. You feel me?
On March 1st, 2022,
I'm fucking with y'all. Go where y'all go, bro. Do y'all thing, bro. I'm fucking with y'all.
A national tax
I'm just a soldier.
Caitlin appeared as part of its A Fair Shot campaign, designed to help female athletes earn fair compensation in the NIL space compared to male athletes. Clark appeared in several national ads through the company's campaign. In July of 2022, Clark partnered with Topps, one of the largest trading card companies in the U.S. Caitlin's most notable NIL endorsement came in October 2022 when Nike signed Clark to an NIL deal alongside 4 other high schools.
Yes, now this was crazy because they signed Bronny, Juju, Haley, and DJ. This was a great. I ain't gonna lie. Nike was in their bag with this. They cooked. You got literally a nigga who is in LA right now. You got literally 2 players who are in the league right now. 1 who's going, and then 2 who are up and coming, who are most likely going to the league. Not even most likely. They're going.
College athletes, including Bronny James. That same month, she entered another partnership, this time with Shootaway, the most prominent basketball shooting machine companies in the world. In March of 2023, Caitlin received another major endorsement.
She's in her bag.
Campaign. Clark then partnered with the investment bank company Goldman Sachs, where she and North Carolina's men's basketball player Caleb Love represented the company's 10,000 Small Business Voices program, releasing a nationwide commercial supporting the modernization of the Small Business Administration. Then in October of 2023, Clark joined NBA player Chris Paul in a popular State Farm TV commercial. Caitlin was bringing national NBA player Chris Paul in a popular frustration. Then in October of 2023, Clark joined NBA player Chris Paul in a popular State Farm TV commercial. Caitlin was bringing national
that's not Chris Paul.
visibility to her sport and getting filthy rich while doing it. But she wasn't the only one getting rich. Universities all across the United States saw exponential growth in the interest in women's basketball. During her senior season, Iowa sold out all of its home games for the first time in program history and set the women's basketball attendance record at 55,646 at a preseason exhibition game against DePaul. I bet you never thought in your life you'd see a football stadium converted into a basketball court for women's 46 at a preseason exhibition game against DePaul. I bet you never thought in your life you'd see a football stadium converted into a basketball court for women's ball.
That's so nigga. That's
history and set the women's basketball attendance record at 55,646.
Talk your shit. My nigga, that's so fire. Look at that. That's so dope. I don't care. This is clean. Bro. Like, this is so clean, bro. You are playing basketball on a football field in front of, like, thousands upon thousands of fans, bro.
Is an exhibition game against DePaul. I bet you never thought in your life you'd see a football stadium converted into a basketball court for women's ball. Every team that hosted Iowa during the regular season set an attendance record, with an average attendance increase of 150%. During Clark's final season at Iowa, from there, regular season games featuring her became the most viewed women's basketball games of all time on 6 different TV networks. And I was going to name some of the records that she broke and awards that she won throughout her college career, but there are so many that the sheer volume of them is enough for you to understand her dominance. However, the most impressive by far is that she is the all-time leading scorer, man or women, in college basketball history. Pete Maravich from LSU had 3,667 points. He held that record for 54 years, until Caitlin beat it with her 3,951 points. Clark's final regular season game against Ohio State was the most watched regular season women's basketball game since 1999, as well as the second most watched college basketball game of the season, including men's games. As we were approaching March Madness in 2024, opposing players were ready for Caitlin's demise. Nebraska guard Jazz Shelley did the infamous "You can't see me" taunt after upsetting Iowa. A tweet went viral saying, "It's not ghetto, she's not a thug." Yet again, the lack of criticism from a white player taunting Clark. The sports world was expecting drama similar to the previous year's explosive battle with Angel Reese. In the Elite Eight, the Hawkeyes faced the Tigers in a rematch of the 2023 National Championship game. Tension was at an all-time high, but the ladies kept this match professional, and Caitlin was not going to let her team go down the same way they did last year.
Didn't they win this? They won this game. They lost to South Carolina.
12 assists and 7 rebounds in a 94-87
They lost to South Carolina though.
Over LSU. Nah, Caitlin is built different. The look on Angel Reese's face was priceless.
Hating ass nigga, man. God damn.
Is the kind of generational talent that can change an entire sport. I really think she is going to make people take women's basketball a lot more seriously. Caitlin's 9 3-pointers made her the Division I all-time leader in 3-pointers. After defeating UConn in the Final Four, Iowa reached the national championship game for a second consecutive season. Unfortunately, Clark's 30 points, including a historic 18 points in the first quarter, wasn't enough to beat South Carolina, who won the game 87-75. As great as Caitlin was during her college career, as much as she carried her team to victory for 4 years straight, she was never able to secure a championship title. However, her star power is undeniable, and she will be considered one of the greatest women's basketball players in college history. The national championship delivered 18.9 million viewers, 10 million more than the previous year's game.
Like, niggas,
viewed women's college basketball.
I gotta stop saying that at the time. I gotta stop using that as a filter word. Bro, you know how insane that shit is, bro? For her to, like, do shit like this.
I mean, just look. Every headline starts with her name. Caitlyn is a certified star, and she didn't even need to win to be seen as the winner. However, Caitlyn's praise is most certainly a double-edged sword. As she entered the WNBA, she was facing immense pressure to revitalize a failing sport. The ticket sales, viewership, and all other financial implications are seemingly riding on her performance as a pro. If she isn't as dominant, or there isn't a good storyline surrounding her, perhaps new fans will become less interested, and the WNBA will miss out on their opportunity to finally become a profitable business. Additionally, other professional players are not very fond of Caitlyn. They are not convinced she will be able to handle the big leagues, and there is no doubt that they are playing more
Boy,
aggressively towards her.
they be
They are
out there
fouling
whooping
much
her
harder,
ass.
sometimes to the point of blatantly hitting her in the head, and the conversation of her being a straight white female boosting her success will continue to permeate throughout the media. With the first overall pick of the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever selected Clark. This broadcast averaged 2.45 million viewers, which was the most in WNBA draft history. Clark's professional contract is worth $338,000 over 4 years. Her fans were outraged at this news. In comparison, the NBA's first overall pick is expected to make $57.19
that's two
million
different
over the
things,
first
though.
4 years. On average, the NBA rookie contracts average
God
$300
damn,
million,
my
whereas the
nigga
WNBA
Victor Wembanyama getting a bug. Victor Wembanyama. I mean, bro, look at Victor Wembanyama's like contract. And think about Victor Wembanyama in like the years he's going to become a star too, bro. Man, this shit is crazy to me.
rookie contracts average about $320,000.
And then you just be like, damn, look, bro. They're all, bro. Everyone except Angel Reese, which is crazy. Camilla could, this is crazy, bro. Wow, this is just wow.
Luckily for Clark, her endorsement deal was about to make up for the lack of funds the WNBA was providing. Adidas offered her a 4-year, $6 million contract. Under Armour offered her a 4-year, $16 million contract. But she ultimately signed a $28 million contract.
Because she was always wearing the Grinches, bro. That just made sense.
And includes a signature shoe. Caitlyn also signed a multi-year deal with Wilson Sporting Goods, the WNBA's official basketball supplier. Wilson said that Clark would test, advise, and provide feedback on a range of its basketball products, become a brand ambassador, and release new collections that celebrate her throughout 2024. Not only was Clark receiving praise from fans and the media around the world, but because of endorsements, she just earned a level of wealth that no female basketball player has ever seen before. The salary cap for every single WNBA team combined is a little over $17 million.
Damn, that
Nike endorsement alone, she could pay every single WNBA player's salary.
That's what I'm.
1 year.
Yeah, that's little. That, oh, you gotta imagine. You can imagine why low-key they hate her ass, boy. Like, you, bitch, you can pay my salary back. That's some insane shit.
And still have $10 million left over. So imagine how all of the other players feel. Even the ones on her team. They play on the same court, they play the same game, and they often out.
I understand why they want to whoop her ass. I be understanding now. Like, bro, Caitlyn, how much did you say you make, bro?
Still have $10 million left. A single WNBA player's salary for 1 year, and still combined is a little over $17 million. From Caitlyn's Nike endorsement alone, she could pay every single WNBA player's salary for 1 year and still have $10 million left over.
You know, like I said, man, I understand why. I understand why they be wanting to fuck her up on that court. Now I'm playing, but like, bro, you know how much of a flex that is? You can pay everyone's salary that's in the WNBA, knowing your endorsement deal you got. That has to be the most insane. In my opinion, bro, if you look at Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese, bro, they are both like set with endorsements. Because Angel's getting the bag too, and Caitlyn is getting the bag too. But how it's looking, they be whooping her ass on that court, bro. Caitlyn, I understand too, bro. And I'm just like, damn. Because, like, yeah, bro, but you can pay half my I'm playing. They just, man.
So imagine how all of the other players feel. Even the ones on her team. They play on the same court, they play the same game, and they often outperform Caitlyn, but they won't receive nearly as much or
Nearly
any
the
media
praise,
attention
so
at
it's
all,
like,
and
yeah.
they'll make about $80,000 a year, which is not even enough to comfortably afford a typical home in America. It's safe to say that which is not as much or any media attention at all, and they'll make about $80,000 a year, which is not even enough to comfortably afford a typical home in America. It's safe to
No, how crazy that is. $80,000 a year is not even enough to afford a typical home in America, bro. That's crazy. That is
say
really,
that
really
Caitlin
crazy.
Clark had a target on her back. Several WNBA players, including some who are no longer in the league, made public comments that many interpreted as being antagonistic towards Clark.
So there's been this hot take debate about, do you need to have a championship for legacy when you talk about a women's college basketball player? You are the expert on this since you have 4.
Yeah.
Does Caitlin Clark need a championship to be considered one of the greats in women's college basketball history?
Yeah. She does. I think so. Because then you're gonna look 10 years back and you're gonna see all the records she's broken and the points and stuff like that. But anybody knows, your goal when you play college basketball is to win a national championship.
But that's a team thing, though. I feel like with championships, niggas need to realize championships aren't just a one-man show. That's a team fucking thing. Okay, Tom Brady is excluded from a lot of conversations when it comes to this shit. The nigga got 7 rings. He did the shit in both divisions. It is fair to say he can go wherever the fuck he wants, do whatever the fuck he wants. He can get a ring. Boom. Patrick Mahomes is the same goddamn way. Boom. Leave them niggas out of this. But as far as, like, you saying, like, you need a championship to solidify yourself, I'm like, because it's a team effort. Because you look at a lot of the greats in NBA, NFL, just look at a lot of the greats in histories of sports. Half of the greats don't even have rings, bro. Fucking half of them don't even have an MVP. And it's like, are we really not considering them a great for like what they have done for the game and with the game? You feel me? Caitlin Clark is gonna go down as one of the greatest WNBA players because of like the impact she has. Granted, if she gets a championship, nigga, I think this, bro. If Caitlin Clark gets a championship, they are going to hate her ass even fucking more. Because do you know, nigga, the amount of praise and just so much shit she is going to get for that championship? They are going to hate her ass way more. Way fucking
Around
more.
the same time, college basketball legend Lynette Woodward suggested during a coaches convention that Clark hadn't broken her scoring record because they weren't playing under the same rules.
I'll just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. I don't think my record has been broken because you can't duplicate what you're not duplicating.
And that just doesn't mean okay.
So unless you come with a men's basketball and a 2-point shot, hey, But just for you, so you can understand, so you can help me spread that word.
Lynette played from 1978 to 1981 when women had to play with a men's-sized
She played in KU?
basketball, which is a slightly larger ball than the current standard. With a smaller ball but same size goal, there will be more scoring, due to a higher margin for error with the shot still going in. They also did not have a three-point line back then. Additionally, the NCAA was not the governing body of women's collegiate sports when Woodward played, so her 3,639 career points are not recognized by the NCAA. But even if they were, Caitlin still did score more points than that. Due to the backlash she received online, Lynette issued an apology 24 hours later with bolded text on the bottom that read, "Caitlin holds the scoring record." Another former player, Cheryl Swoops, attempted to undercut Caitlin's accolades, incorrectly claiming that her scoring record wasn't valid because she had been playing for more than 4 years.
This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked her that, Caitlin.
Okay, and I feel like y'all need to understand this. Y'all aren't looking at it as sports. Y'all are not looking at it as sports. Y'all are looking at it as just pure hatred. Because at the end of the day, bro, she's a hooper. She broke the record. That's like when LeBron broke fucking Kareem's record. You feel me? It's like, are we going to sit here and say fucking he didn't break the record because he didn't play back then? It's like, how does that make sense? How, you feel me? That doesn't make sense. You can't really discriminate and take it away. Yes, she apologized, but yes, she did apologize. Like I said, in case no one heard that shit. But like, you can't really just, take away that shit just because you're like she didn't play back then. It's like no shit. I wasn't born. I wasn't even probably swimming around in a nutsack back then. You feel me? Like I wasn't even a thought back then.
If it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that player said it.
Okay.
Right? So if...
And that just makes no sense because that's like saying, okay, Braun, you gotta, break Kareem's record in the same amount of fucking years he's played. And it's like, bro, what? That just don't make sense.
Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years. Well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But
what?
Because there's a COVID year, then there's another year. You know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year.
How the fuck does that make sense,
so
bro?
So it's truly a broken record.
While this seems like a decent argument, Cheryl is just misinformed. Caitlin only played college basketball for 4 seasons, not 5.
Caitlin Clark right now probably takes about 40 shots a game.
Caitlin only took 20 shots per game over her NCAA
And this is what, and you feel me? This is what I mean. People don't look at it. They aren't looking at it as sports. They aren't looking at the number. They aren't looking at this shit as sports. They are looking at this shit as pure hatred. And I feel like that is where we have to stop.
Cheryl claimed.
How much more experience that gives you over other players coming in, right? So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them, but you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old. Like, you should be killing them. Because you've been doing it a lot longer than they have.
Cheryl then says
I'm gonna say she's 22, isn't it?
When she is 22 years old. Then when Cheryl got called out for the misinformation, this was her response.
I'm gonna say this, and then I want to be done with this whole conversation. So, for people to come at me and say that I made those comments because I'm a racist, like, first of all, black people can't be racist, but, like, that's the farthest thing from my mind. Like, I grew up in a very small West Texas town, predominantly white. My best childhood friend is white. So it's important for me that I speak up for people that look like me. Like, it's Black History Month. So, like, our ancestors fought and died for us to have opportunities.
See, that's, and you feel me? You getting off topic. You getting off topic, though. Like, I don't know where you're skewing to, bro. Like, you feel me? You got it. The focus is you just hating on Caitlin Clark. That's the focus. And I think people need to realize, bro, like, nigga, black, white, whatever the fuck we are, bro, at the end of the day, they're humans, they're athletes, and they ball. You feel me? I don't understand this shit, bro. We all hate each other for no reason, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I have, like, no issues with Caitlin. Her breaking the record, I think, obviously is a tremendous accomplishment. Although, we could get into that discussion also, because there's a big debate on Lynette Woodard having the actual record.
Phoenix Mercury guard Diana Taurasi made a disparaging comment when she was asked about the up-and-coming group of college superstars, which included Clark and Angel Reese. Reality is coming, Taurasi said. You look like superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come play with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Naturally, Caitlin Clark fans were at her neck on social media, but she doubled down.
It's the new fans are really sensitive these days. You can't say anything. It's kind of like when you go from kindergarten to first grade, there's a learning adjustment. When you go from high school to college, there's a learning adjustment.
I feel like, okay, hot take. Hot take.
Going to come play with some grown.
I feel like she worded it right. It's just like, how do I explain? Reality is coming. You look superhuman playing against some 18-year-olds, but you're going to come play with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. And I feel like, is this really disrespect? No. A little bit, no. Matter of fact, not even a little bit. I'm going to say no. Because this is just shit talking. Because athletes, they're going to do this all the time. Imagine people in the NFL. Imagine, in whatever sport, NHL, whatever sport. You feel me? They are going to be like, yo, you were playing in college against you know, people of your age, your stature, all the shit. But now you coming into the big leagues, the pros, where you got motherfuckers who've been doing this shit for years upon this shit. You gotta come play with the big leagues, nigga.
These days, you can't say anything. Yeah, you know, school to college is a learning adjustment. You know, I don't think I said anything that wasn't factually correct, and like anything, greatness is going to translate, and she's proven that in every level, and I don't see it being any different in the WNBA.
All those sensitive fans didn't even know who Taurasi was until Caitlin Clark. Anyone who criticizes or even makes a subtle negative comment on Clark will receive pretty obnoxious replies from people on
And you know what's
social media.
crazy? I keep pausing. My bad. And you know what's crazy? I don't even, not even, I don't think. But yeah, people don't hate Caitlin Clark. They hate her fucking fans, bro. It's like a lot of people. It's like, we don't even hate you. We hate your fucking fans. But sometimes it is the person. We hate you and your fucking fans, or we just hate you. But, nigga, I hate her fans so fucking much. Because it's like, bro, even herself, if she saw this shit, and you know what's kind of crazy about y'all fans, bro? What if your favorite person, you know, that you idolize so much that doesn't even fucking know you exist? What if they literally saw what you were tweeting, you know, doing all this shit, right? What if they were to see what you were doing? Like what you're posting, all this shit, right? Do you think they would still rock with you?
That did not stop the women from saying how they feel. Aja Wilson, the Las Vegas Aces star, told AP News that she felt Clark's whiteness was a huge factor in her popularity. You can be top-notch at what you are as a black woman, she said, but they don't see it as marketable. So it doesn't matter how hard I work. She added, "It boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is."
And the thing about it, I understand this one. Because AJ Wilson she's the greatest, not the greatest. The greatest, fuck it, if you want to say the greatest, but she's the best player in the league right now. 100%. She is, if you look at what the fuck, bro, she's the best player in the league right now. But they aren't really marketing her, but now she's on the cover of 2K. So this is really some crazy shit.
Which approximately
this is a crazy ass informative video. I'm just giving. Okay, don't listen.
LGBTQ, and most come from urban environments.
Okay, wait. But Clark, who will lead the Fever against the Spark? Okay, blah, blah. Also stands out in a league in which approximately 70% of the players are black. Nearly a third identifies LGBTQ, and most common from urban environments. Clark is white, straight, and from Iowa. What? Okay.
Clark is white, straight, and from Iowa. However, others merely say it's just because she's an incredible player. Her play style and ability to shoot deep three-pointers is reminiscent of Steph Curry, who is a modern-day NBA superstar that kids all around the world love.
Exactly.
Not to mention the endless list of records she holds. There's no solid argument against Caitlin Clark being great, but that was in college. How was her professional career going so far? Caitlin made her debut on May 14th.
She had 10 turnovers, bro.
In a 92-71 loss to the Connecticut Suns. 10 days later, she posted her first double-double with 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, showcasing her potential in the Fever's first regular win over the Los Angeles Sparks. On May 28th, in a rematch with the Sparks, she recorded a career high, 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in an 88-82 loss. During the game, Clark broke the record for the fastest WNBA rookie to reach 100 points and 50 assists.
Wow.
She was named the league's Rookie of the Month in May. Still, Clark received criticism for not reaching the unattainable standards bestowed upon her by the media. While she was performing well, she wasn't performing well enough. Her high turnover count paired with the Fever only winning one game in May, earning them a 1-8 record. Then again, a lot of Clark's on-court success has been hindered by what seems to be the relentless defense against her. Take a look at this obvious flagrant foul committed on Clark by Kennedy Carter, who seems to have called her a little bitch before pushing her from behind. Or this Seattle Storm player who blocked the ball and drove her elbow directly into Caitlin's head. The refs did not call a foul. Or when Angel Reese, who now plays for the Chicago Sky, lunged her arm into Caitlin, knocking her down, then taunting her as she ran away, with again no call from the refs. Ironically, Clark doesn't really care that other players are targeting her. It is what it is. I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. I'm trying not to let it bother me. However, others are speaking on her behalf. Fever coach Christy Sides told reporters that she believes Clark has been treated unfairly. It's tough to keep getting hammered the way she does and to not get rewarded with free throws or foul calls. The coach followed up by tagging the WNBA on Twitter, where she wrote, "This is unacceptable. When will the consistent complaints be heard?" The Fever's general manager, Lynn Dunn, piled on, asking the league to clean up the crap on Twitter. NBA legend LeBron James made headlines for his defense of Clark. In April, he tweeted, "If you don't rock with Caitlin Clark's game, you're just a flat-out hater." During an episode of his podcast, Bron claimed that a new player in the professional league is not going to receive praise. It's normal for opponents and even teammates to show animosity.
And LeBron James, and nigga, bro. LeBron, and think about it right now. LeBron is still, I get it, it's about Caitlin, but like, LeBron is still receiving hate for being just great at basketball, right? Bro, who remembers, I was born in 2003, but who remembers if you were alive, obviously in 2003, not obviously if you were alive, but you know, if you were older around, this nigga coming into the league, right? Bro, the biggest target on his back was literally to see if he could exceed the pressure. This nigga LeBron has jumped through hoops and exceeded the pressure, right? I feel like Caitlin Clark is doing the same shit. You feel me? She's coming into the league. She's not going to get praise, obviously. No one in the right mind of the league is going to automatically get fucking praise. That's just life. You feel me? No one gave Lamar praise. No one even gave Patrick Mahomes praise when he fucking started. You feel me? It's just like, it happens. Obviously, I'm not talking, when Mahomes first made his start, obviously I'm not talking about I'm just talking about when he made his first start. But you feel me? These niggas didn't get praise. But overall, they overcame that shit. You feel me? And that's just what's going to happen. And you feel me? The hate that's going on, everything is eventually going to die down. We're just going to go back to just let them hoop. Just let them hoop. I feel like they just need to hoop it out.
The people
Hoop it out.
could have been your teammates, could have been the people you're competing against. They weren't celebrating you.
No, not at all.
They wanted to kick your ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, my teammates for sure. There's video evidence of my teammates basically saying he's not ready, or there's somebody playing his position, or we're not putting all our faith in the 18-year-old kid. So, my own teammates that I had to like be
8 fucking team, bro.
On the planes with, in the locker room, in-game situations was kind of, just had this kind of, like you said, you don't say hate, but just like animosity, like towards me. And I didn't even come in with that. I came in with the narrative, but I didn't come in with that type of aura. I just wanted to come in and learn from the vets and then put the work in. So I think for my advice to Caitlin, and my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of like notoriety, out of this world expectation, it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on. Because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to slice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. Like
ESPN host Pat McAfee also chimed in to defend Caitlin Clark.
But I would like the media people that continue to say, this rookie class, this rookie class, this rookie class. Nah, just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar. And is it because she stayed in Iowa, put an entire state on her back, took a program from nothing to a multiple-year success story? Is it because she would go on to break the entire points records in the history of the NCAA? Not just the women's record by Kelsey Plum, shout out, but also Pistol Pete Maravich's, the dude's record as well. Is there a chance that people just enjoy watching her play basketball because how electrifying she is, what she did, what she stood for, how she went about going, what she went for? Maybe. But instead, we have to hear people say that we only like her because she's white. And she's only popular because the rest of the rookie class is doing what they're doing. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. And we think the WNBA, more specifically, their refs need to stop trying to screw her over at every single turn. What you have is somebody special.
While McAfee was criticized for calling Caitlyn a bit, many agreed with his sentiments. However, Angel Reese pushed back on the narrative that Clark is single-handedly bringing new fans to the sport.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think when you talk about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. You got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on.
I don't want Angel to take the bad guy role, bro, because she's a hoop nigga. Angel's a baller, bro. I don't want her to take the bad guy role, but man, this shit is crazy. Literally off that one game, the LSU versus Iowa game, it's been literally, man, a fucking ride, bro.
I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watch women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Although many people don't want to give Angel her credit, there's no doubt that the hero versus villain story is working in the WNBA's favor as well as Caitlin Clark's favor. Like, yes, people want to support Caitlin because she is electrifying and genuinely talented. However, the added animosity, beef, and physicality from Angel is definitely boosting interest as well. It essentially gives Caitlin Clark something to overcome. People will claim they want good, clean basketball, and maybe a little bit of aggressiveness is fine, but not too much. There's a line to be crossed, but they're kind of lying to themselves a little bit. Let's be honest. Everybody loves a little controversy. We love a good hero versus villain story, and Angel Reese has just accepted the role as the villain. Somebody's got to do it. But the league's sudden surge in popularity should be credited to Clark based on TV ratings and attendance records. During Caitlin's first month in the WNBA, the Los Angeles Sparks, New York Liberty, and Seattle Storm each set attendance records while hosting the Indiana Fever. In response to popular interest in Clark, the Sparks, Vegas Aces, Atlanta Dream, and Washington Mystics all had to move their home games against the Fever to larger arenas. In the first half of the WNBA season, 16 games averaged over 1 million viewers. It's the most games to surpass 1 million viewers in WNBA history. Of those 16 games, Clark and the Indiana Fever played 14 of them. Clark also leads the WNBA in player-specific merchandise sold. The media, the other players, podcasters, YouTubers, and the WNBA as a whole makes more money every time they talk about Caitlin Clark. And at the end of the day, it's all about money. If people can make money talking about the WNBA, then they're going to keep talking about it. And who is the most famous, most popular, most interesting person in the WNBA? Caitlin Clark. The WNBA's 36 million unique TV viewers in 2023 marked a 27% increase from the previous season, while revenue was up about $200 million. And that was before Clark was even in the league. 1 month after Clark joined the league, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert announced that teams would be traveling on private charter flights this season.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she brings to the WNBA.
I mean, and the thing is, bro, he ain't wrong. Because think about it. Y'all are getting private jets, private, caterers and shit now, bro. It's like, y'all are balling now. And it's like, do y'all really hate her for helping y'all out? Or do y'all hate her because, like, she's in her bag? That's the thing, bro. I feel like, do you hate her because, like I said, she's in her bag? Or do you hate her because of what she's doing? Because in my opinion, bro, she's hooping, which is what the fuck we all need to be doing. It's just hooping, just living life and hooping. But y'all are just on her ass for no fucking reason, bro. It's like, I don't know, man.
Petty like dude. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table. But y'all being petty like dudes.
And even though there are a handful of outspoken...
Nigga, y'all being petty like dude, man. And niggas would be petty. Don't trip. Women, niggas would hella be petty. Everyone's petty. But it's like, bro, if you're seeing something in your life where it's not even that petty, bro, it's just like, just say fuck it at that point. Because it's not even going to be that deep. You feel me? Because she's getting y'all private charters, all this other shit, bro. It's like, at that point, do y'all hate her because she's in her bag, or do y'all hate her, like, because of what the fuck is going on? And Caitlyn, all she's doing is hooping, which, even Angel, she said it's like, nigga, we hooping. We got celebrities pulling up to these games, sold out arenas and shit. We hooping. That's what we do.
Individuals who seem to be anti-Caitlin Clark, the silent majority of WNBA players likely are very grateful for Clark and Reese for bringing more interest and more money to the sport. But as we all know, controversy sells. The masses did not care about Clark's greatness before she had some drama surrounding her name, which notably started with her beef with Angel Reese. The WNBA, the media, social media personalities, YouTubers will all continue to milk and farm drama and controversy as much as possible to generate money and interest from casual viewers. They are hoping that little by little those people will become interested in and become regular viewers of the WNBA. I mean, here you are, 20, 30 minutes deep into a video about the WNBA. Did you think you'd ever watch one? But at the same time, Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. Caitlin is going to inspire a whole generation of girls that believe they can be a superstar like her one day. And because of her, the trickle-down effect will occur. The WNBA will generate more revenue, which will lead to higher pay, higher quality coaches, higher quality facilities, equipment, technology, and overall infrastructure to make sure these players
Which is a good
satisfy the
fucking
demand.
thing.
Colleges will do the same. With more WNBA interests, women's basketball events will see a boost in ticket sales and merchandise sales. Therefore, the universities are going to scout even harder.
Hey, yo, Juju Watkins. Watch out for her. She's a bucket. What I mean to tell you, bro, she's going to be the next big thing. Bro, she was putting up, look at her numbers. I think she was putting up like, what, 20 to 30 points a game? I could be wrong. But it was like somewhere in that region, bro. She was balling. She was busting these bitches' ass. Her and Caitlyn. Reese, Paige. Fuck, I'm trying to think, bro. Shit, even Flau'jae. Bro, I'm trying to think. There are a lot of WNBA players that even just, women players in general, which is crazy. Because, like I said, a lot of these women that y'all see in front of y'all, they will give y'all a fucking bucket with ease, and they are not going
hoping
to
to get a talent remotely
Especially
as
Juju.
exciting as Caitlin Clark, which means that high schools and youth basketball programs all around the country will invest in their infrastructure to build up female basketball players, since now they have an uptick in colleges scouting and looking to give even more scholarship opportunities to young girls, which means that parents will be inspired and incentivized to get their daughters into basketball earlier, to refine their skills and potentially turn it into a career, which will increase the overall quality and competitiveness of female basketball players from toddlers to the WNBA.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
True, man. This is true. That's crazy, man. Yo, but we need to stop hating, man. We just want to hoop. You feel me?